You have to believe in yourself. The feeling of right or wrong is the beginning of wisdom. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. The whole being knows without learning, sees without looking, and detains without doing. Sometimes we see a lot but do not notice the main thing. The funniest people are the saddest ones. Be bent and you will stay straight. Be empty and you will remain complete. Be worn out and you will stay new. Temperance is the first step of virtue, which is the beginning of moral perfection. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. People are distressed by their inability to do it. The problem, however, is simply that they don't do it. Attack the evil that is within yourself rather than attacking the evil that is in others. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. The snow goose needs not bathed to make itself white. Neither need you to do anything but be yourself. The one who offends you takes away your negative energy and gives you his positive energy. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. It is easy to hate and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. Think of tomorrow. The past can't be mended. Knowledge is the treasure, and practice is the key to it. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Watch your thoughts. They become your words. Watch your words. They become your actions. Watch your actions. They become your habits. Watch your habits. They become your character. Watch your character. It becomes your destiny. Soft and weak wins over hard and strong. Great results can be achieved with small forces. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. To lead people, follow them. When anger rises, think of the consequences. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. What is evil to one at one time becomes good at another time to somebody else. Victory over others gives strength, and victory over oneself gives fearlessness. Friends are the siblings God never gave us. Forget injuries, never forget kindness. Time is a created thing. To say, I don't have time, is like saying, I don't want to. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. The way of truth is like a great road. It is not difficult to know it. The evil is only that men will not seek it. Whoever talks a lot often fails. To recognize your insignificance is empowering. Sometimes you must yield in order to win, and sometimes maintaining a low place leads you to win. He who knows the measure is satisfied with his position. A healthy man wants 1,000 things. A sick man only wants one. Truth uttered before its time is always dangerous. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Health is the greatest possession. Confidence is the greatest friend. Who does not know the evils of war cannot appreciate its benefits. Make it. We have two lives. We have two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. Work on clearing your thoughts. If you do not have bad thoughts, there will be no bad deeds. To complain about an unpleasant thing is to double the evil. To laugh at it is to destroy it. There is no crime greater than having too many desires. There is no disaster greater than not being content. There is no misfortune greater than being covetous. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. An enemy is a friend who knows too much about you. People in ancient times did not like to talk much. They considered it a shame for themselves not to keep up with their own words. A long absence of sex turns a person into a neurotic. Be extremely subtle even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby you can be the director of the opponent's fate. True words are not pleasant. Pleasant words are not true. You cannot open a book without learning something. We accept advice in drops, but we distribute it in buckets. If you hate, then you have been defeated. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. When people know a lot, it is difficult to manage them. There are 1,000 lessons in defeat, but only one in victory. The one who knows and pretends not to know is on top. Who, without knowledge, pretends to be knowledgeable, he is sick. He who is satisfied with his lot is rich. The skillful artist will not alter his measures for the sake of a stupid workman. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. Whoever undertaking a business and hurries too quickly to achieve a result will do nothing. He who carefully finishes his work as he began will not fail. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. If you are alone for a long time, soon you will accept loneliness. You will never know your potential if you are afraid to be alone. A great man clings to the essentials and leaves the insignificant. He does everything in truth, but he will never rely on laws. By remaining true to yourself without seeking to compare and compete, you will achieve universal respect. Be attentive to your thoughts. They are the beginning of actions. A trail through the mountains, if used, becomes a path in a short time, but if unused, becomes blocked by grass in an equally short time. We gain by losing, lose by gaining. The disease of men is that they neglect their own fields and go to weed the fields of others. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Get rid of the desire to have. You can overcome bad habits only today, not tomorrow. Great is the man who has not lost his childlike heart. When I free myself from who I am, I become who I can be. If there is no dull and determined effort, there will be no brilliant achievement. He who flatters a man is his enemy. He who tells him of his faults is his maker. There is nothing softer and more flexible than water, but try to resist it. A noble person blames himself, and an insignificant person blames others. Disorder came from order, fear came from courage, and weakness came from strength. Study the past if you would define the future. Try your best to be to others as you would wish to be treated yourself, and you will find that this is the shortest way to benevolence. Never say never, because the days go by so fast and nothing stays the same. Beware of sugar that is mixed with poison. Beware of the fly that sat on a dead snake. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. If you lack faith, then existence does not believe in you. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. You can't trust a man who has nothing to lose. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. If they spit at you behind your back, it means you're ahead of them. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, and compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Happiness is when you are understood. Great happiness is when you are loved, and real happiness is when you love. Learn as if you were not reaching your goal and as though you were scared of missing it. Tell me, and I will forget. Show me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I will understand. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Every animal with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when it is attacked. The wise man avoids all extremes. People of higher morality do not consider themselves moral, therefore they have the highest morality. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. We take greater pains to persuade others that we are happy and endeavoring to think so ourselves. The wise man is one who knows what he does not know. A man must not be without shame, for the shame of being without shame is shamelessness indeed. If someone wants to offend you greatly, then it is even worse for him. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Who knows doesn't say, who speaks doesn't know. A man dies easily because he has too much will to live. It is easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson to learn is to love your enemy. Respect yourself and others will respect you. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. Even a loss can turn into a profit, or a profit can turn into a loss. To see what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, he will be weak everywhere. If you aren't afraid of dying, there is nothing you can't achieve. The truth is not always beautiful, nor are beautiful words the truth. A leader leads by example, not by force. The noble person uses things. The lesser man is used by things. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. A sage who wants to be above people puts himself below them. Wanting to be ahead of them, he becomes behind. Man's nature is evil. Goodness is the result of conscious activity. Learn as if you constantly feel you lack knowledge, and as if you are constantly afraid of losing your knowledge. Live for the praise of others, and you will become their prisoner. It is better to light one small candle than to curse the darkness. Do not seek, otherwise you will lose. Do not seek, and you will find. You can always rise above those who offend you by forgiving them. When true virtue is lost, good nature appears. When good nature is lost, justice appears. When justice is lost, decency appears. The rules of decency are only the semblance of truth and the beginning of all disorder. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Don't criticize your neighbors. Know when your door is not clean. Pride and excess bring disaster to man. Told by the one who makes you angry. Getting something done is like digging a well. You can dig a well 70 feet deep, but if you don't hit water, it's just an abandoned well. In everything, but not everyone can see it. Man dies from birth, but men seek it afar. It is in easy things, but men seek for it in difficult things. So the unwilling soul sees what's hidden, and the ever-wanting soul sees only what it wants. Wheels of justice grind slow, but grind fine. Friendship is one mind in two bodies. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Give a bowl of rice to a man, and you will feed him for a day. Teach him to grow his own rice, and you will save his life. New beginnings are disguised as painful endings. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Worry not that no one knows you. Seek to be worth knowing. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. The man who chases two rabbits catches neither. The person attempting to travel two roads at once will get nowhere. Three things never come back: time, word, and opportunity. Therefore, do not waste time choosing words, and do not miss the opportunity. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will be blunt. No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find time for reading, or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. The more you don't have sex, the less you want it.